Watch this. Go Exodus 2.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2 and verse 18. And when they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that ye are come too soon today? So soon today. And they said, an Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of the shepherds.
You understand what they were saying? They were saying an Egyptian because they mistaked Moses as what? As an Egyptian. Why? Because he was black, but not only that, he was also keeping the customs of the Egyptians. All right, so now, knowing that, right? Do you know who you are according to the Bible? What are you? See? That's a question. Okay, come this way, come this way. Now, I promise I ain't gonna keep you all night because we ain't gonna be out here all night. So, you see this sign right here? We got Judah. These are the 12 sons of Jacob, which make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Why? Because Jacob had his name changed to Israel when he wrestled with the angel, right? Right here, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and on down, Ephraim, Manasseh, Simeon, Zebulon. Which one do you see that you fit? Judah, the mighty tribe of Judah. Let's show you what tribe Christ came from. Give me that. You got it? Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. This is all good news, right? This is all good news. Watch this. Same tribe Christ came from, because it was prophesied that Christ would come through the lineage of David. King David was from what tribe? Judah. Thank you. Read.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Watch this.
For it is evident.
For it is evident. You know why it says it was evident in the Bible? It's because they knew that Christ came from the tribe of Judah. But nowadays, people don't know. Why? Why? Yo, why am I what? Yeah, exactly. But it's right here. Watch this.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
Sprang out of Judah.
That's right.
Same tribe you come from, brother. So your dad is African American? So-called.
Yeah.
That's two Italian men, right? You know that. Who are they?
I don't know their exact names, but I do know them.
You know that. Amerigo Vespucci and
What was it? I was just talking about this the other day.
Scipius. Thank you. Lil Scipius Africanus.
Okay.
Right? So that's where that comes from, right? That term. Right? So now, how you doing, my sister? So this our sister right here. She come from what tribe, sis? What do you see yourself on the sign? All right. But check this out. So now we went over. I just got blank a little bit. Now your tribe. Give me Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. Watch this. I want to show you something. Is this in the Bible? You say no. Okay. Now, if I show you it's in the Bible, you gotta be an Israelite, because this happened to the Israelites according to the prophecy. Watch this. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68.
So what we're about to read is the slave ships and the conditions of our people and how they went through it. It's right here. Watch this.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with...
Wait a minute. We can't get past that. You understand history. What happened to us? I don't want to give you the answer. With Moses. I'll say this. What happened with the Israelites and Moses?
What happened? I don't remember what happened.
Did they stay in the land of Egypt?
No.
Okay, what happened?
They left and went to, what was it?
They left?
Crossed the Red Sea.
Okay.
And went to
The wilderness, right? Yep. My man. So you on point, bro. So it says that we will go into Egypt again, though. What type of condition were the Israelites in under the Egyptians? Slavery, thank you. So now we understand that Egypt means slavery, bondage, or captivity, right? Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Again, though. Because we didn't go back after we left. We was in the wilderness 40 years. A bunch of us died, right? Come on.
With ships.
But now it's saying that we're going to go again with ships. With ships. No other time in history is that talking about this right here, but this. You understand? From the west coast of Africa, right? All around the world, bro, we were scattered. Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee.
Come on.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Come on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
there we shall be sold unto our enemies, because the Egyptians were our enemies. Right? The Edomites, which is so-called white man today, are our enemies. We don't go around hating nobody. We don't go around killing nobody. We don't go around fighting nobody. We're peaceful men. We're law-abiding citizens. You understand? But we have enemies. Read.
For bondmen,
And they sold us into slavery. The Arabs, the so-called white man, the Chinese, the Japanese, right? The Japhetic nations, which goes into the Pacific Islanders, Tongan, the real Hawaiians. They all had a hand in our captivity at different periods of time. Read.
and bondwomen.
And bondwomen. Why? Because men and women, daughters and sons, were in slavery.
And no man shall buy you.
No man shall buy you, meaning no man shall redeem you, other than Christ, right, in this time period. But it's because we didn't have a military, we didn't have an economic might, and we didn't have somebody to fight for us, stand up for us. Why? Because the entire nation of Israel were captive. Now, verse 15, and I'm going to ask you a question. Watch this.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So it says, now Moses is telling us in the wilderness at this time, if we don't hearken unto our God,
To observe, to do all his commandments,
to observe and to do his commandments,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
so is this a blessing or a curse? Rhetorical question, obviously, right? But, so my question is, how did this happen? We just read it. I actually gave you the answer. How did this happen? Because we read it out of the Bible, it said, with ships, for bondmen. Why did it happen? How and why did it happen?
I can't tell you why.
Okay. I want you to understand, because I know it's kind of like, the Bible is going to show us everything we need to know, bro. It's our book.
Right.
For a long time, bro, our people are calling it, and they still do it today, this is the white man's book. The white man wrote that. It's because of what? The slave Bible that they had. They took certain things out and they used it to their benefit, right? For their benefit and our disadvantage, right? Their advantage, our disadvantage. That's why. So, but the answer is here. It's because we broke God's commandments. It's the only reason why this happened. So, verse 64.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
You see that? And the Lord allowed all this to happen to us, bro. All this, bro. All this to happen to us, bro. Read.
From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
You see that? Everywhere. Everywhere, bro. Come on.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And now we know this. You understand? So we know Islam. We know Rastafarianism. We know Egyptology. We know Buddhism, Hinduism, Krishna, all the idols that the other nations have. It's because they don't have a God. But guess what? We have a God. So we don't need any other religions. Guess what? You have your God, bro. It's right here in the Bible. I'm telling you straight, bro. You're an Israelite. Because this happened to who? The Israelites.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example.